a skirmish game for 2 players, but it also does have a solo mode, and this one takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. And in this game, there are a couple ways to win. You can either be the first to score 10 victory points, or be the first to complete 3 missions that are gradually uncovered as the game progresses. And one thing to note with this game, and the reason it's called Rivet Wars Reloaded, is because this was a game that was previously released, and it was previously released by a different publisher, which was originally CMON, but this is being completely re-implemented by Steamforged Games, so you might see more changes than your traditional second editions, since this game is actually changing hands and being produced and developed by a completely different publisher. And if you haven't played this game, this is a game that plays over a series of rounds, and at the start of each round, players are going to be gaining an income of points and rivets, and you're going to be spending those in order to deploy your units. But the catch here is that the points have to be spent in the round that they were granted, whereas the rivets can transfer over into following rounds. The units in this game will have different health, strength, and movement points, but they also have different strengths and weaknesses depending on the units that they are opposing. And players will be trying to control different areas of the board in order to score victory points, and each round plays over 3 main phases, the first phase being the deploy phase, where players are going to be spending those rivets and points in order to deploy their units, and then there is the attack phase where all players get to attack, and then the movement phase where all players get to move. And this is an interesting sequence of events since your movement comes after your action phase, which means you're probably going to want to be planning out your attack on the previous round. But the different units can break the sequence of events in different ways, so depending on the units at your disposal, you might have a few more options. And some of the new changes to the game will be improved art, components, and miniatures, streamlining and cleaning up the rulebook, more variability to the map because the original game just had a stack of tiles that you could just piece together in various ways, but this one's going to be offering you tiles of different sizes and shapes, which just adds a lot more possibilities when piecing these maps together. I mentioned they added a solo mode, but there's also going to be a campaign mode as well, a new faction to play as, and the mission cards, which are an alternative way to win, which wasn't offered in the original game. This one looks like a ton of fun with a ton of improvements, so if you are interested in this one, or if you have played this one before and you want to see what's different, definitely check out the campaign, and I have links in the description below.